Hello my friends all over the world, wherever you are. William Poloniak here again at Whole Health Foundation. In this video I'm going to make wheatgrass juice again on the new Whole Health Foundation Premium Model Juicer. And I'm going to emphasize why you can leave the press up longer with the solid bottom plate. So here we have some wheatgrass, and we've already got a second growth at the back. I had cut this down a few days ago, so I'm going to juice this front half. But first I'm going to go to the freezer where I have the feed tube and cutter cooling down. And that's one of the little tips that I can offer to you that will help keep your temperature down. The first thing I'm going to do is line my cloth with an organic bamboo liner that we have custom made. And then I'm going to cut off about a 3" by 3" plug of grass, as close to the root as I can get it. Now I've cut off a little bit too much, so I'm going to put a smaller clump of grass in here, and I'm collecting it in jars. Want to get not more than half full. Remember to always keep this covered. I'm going to plug in the thermometer, and I'm using the new Whole Health Foundation wooden pusher that's tapered at the end, so it's going to be less likely to bind up and swell. Turn that on. I'm going to cut some more wheatgrass, another 3" by 3" plug, as close to the root as I can get it. Now, because wheatgrass is very fibrous, I'm going to clean the grid. Wheatgrass is very fibrous, just like celery, so we'll clean the grid, clean it often, and put it back in. Let's cut some more grass, another 3" by 3" plug. Cut some more grass. Alright my friends, I've finished processing a whole flat of wheatgrass, and I want to point a couple of things out I noticed. The older the wheatgrass is, the tougher it is and the more difficult it is to make wheatgrass, including the second growth. So what I've done is I've made 2 containers of pulp, and I'm going to see how many times I can reuse that bamboo liner. So I'm going to pour most of that into the bamboo liner, fold the bamboo liner over, and I want to point out again, we're using the Whole Health Foundation Model 800 Premium Juicer with the solid bottom plate. That's going to enable us to leave the press up as long as a minute or 2 if you need to. And I will remind you that the best nutrients are in your last 10% of your press. So let's put this in the tray centered. Let's get a collection container to collect our juice. Turn this up all the way, back it off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up all the way and then back it off as soon as it starts pressing juice. I don't want this to go up too quickly. Now we have juice flow, I'm going to back it off. Now remember, I used ice cubes in this to cool the cutter and also to thin the juice out. Press it up all the way. Pure wheatgrass juice is much too potent, and with the ice cubes it's going to make it a little more palatable. So since we're not going to throw away this pulp, I'm going to stop it early, open up the bamboo liner, and pour some new wheatgrass pulp on top of the old pulp in here. We're not going to throw away that pulp. We'll pour new processed pulp on top. Fold the bamboo liner over. Fold the cloth as we did before into as tight a package as you can. Now here's a little tip with leafy greens and fruit. You want to fold it so that both ends get tucked under like this. Notice that? And we'll put it in the tray, centered in the tray, all the way back, and as soon as we get a juice flow, I'm going to back it off. I don't want this to go up too fast. And again, I'm not going to wait for every last thimbleful of juice because I got the rest of this to process. And again, we're going to back it off and load it up with more pulp. We'll peel that bamboo liner away, and we're going to load this up the 4th time. We're using the same bamboo liner 4 times now. And if this was a paper napkin, you'd have to throw it away with the pulp because you could never reuse a paper napkin. But bamboo liners are very strong and biodegradable. I don't want to put all of that in there because it's very liquid. Wow, this bamboo liner is absolutely marvelous for wheatgrass. And again, we're going to pull it into as tight a package as we can. Really tight. Now watch my folding technique. Again, I'm going to bring the ends up and we're going to fold it under like so. In the tray, all the way back. And as soon as it starts flowing, I'm going to back it off because we don't want it to go up too fast. A little more. Advance a little more, then all the way. 5 times we use this bamboo liner, and notice I'm pulling it into a tight package. What I'm going to do with this last press is I'm going to do that special folding technique on the first fold. Fold it under like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing in the other direction. I want this to be really a tight package. Fold it under. And notice we have a thick ball. We'll put that in the middle of the tray, centered all the way back, and as soon as it starts flowing juice, I'm going to back it off. That's about 40 seconds and we're getting drops. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this. Look how that has protected the cloth from getting too much green stuck to it. Boy, this looks pretty dry to me. I don't think we're going to get another drop of juice out of this, but I'm going to fold it into a little ball again and see if we can get any more juice out of this pulp. Make that as tight a ball as I can. I don't think we're going to get much out of this, but let's try. All the way back. Be careful not to get your fingers stuck in there. As soon as it gets some traction, I'm going to take my fingers out. There we go. Let's see if we get any more juice out of that last little bit. I doubt we'll get much. Back it off a tiny bit. Actually, we're getting quite a bit more. Amazing. That's the beauty of the Whole Health Foundation Premium Juicer with the premium bottom plate. You get a lot better pressure and a lot more juice. Alright, let's back this off. We're done for now. I hope you like what you've seen, my friends. If you do, please tell a friend. I want to remind you that the second growth and the latter growth of wheatgrass tray was much, much tougher than young grass. And also I want to point out that on a Whole Health Foundation Premium Juicer with a solid bottom plate, you can leave the press up longer, you will get more juice. And the important point is, more nutrients and more juice from the last 10% of your squeeze. So the longer you can leave your press up, the better it will be for you and the amount of nutrition you get from your produce. Remember to use ice cubes to cool down your cutter. And in this case, we're diluting the wheatgrass a little bit, and that's a good thing because most wheatgrass is much too potent and the water makes it more palatable. Now with the extra pressure from the Whole Health Foundation juicer that enables you to leave it up longer, the pulp And wheatgrass is very, very dry. That's a very good sign. So let's see how much juice we actually got from one flat of wheatgrass. Now remember, we did mix ice cubes with this, so we're going to get a little more than if we didn't. Now I'm going to do a little taste test. Here's to your health, my friends. Still pretty potent, but much more palatable with the ice cubes mixed in for a little more water in your juice. Remember to swish it around in your mouth a little bit. You want saliva to mix with it for better digestion. If you'd like to call me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. I'll see you in the next video.